3/4 old, and with me here in the studio, listening to it all along, the coverage from Baghdad is so compelling, we'll go back right away, but Secretary Weinberger, former Secretary of Defense through two terms of the Reagan administration. What about what you've been hearing?
Well, I think, first of all, we achieved complete tactical surprise, very much like the attack on Libya when the lights were all on and didn't go off until long after the raid began. Secondly, I think targets, radar and defense suppression was the principal goal, and the first wave probably didn't do any bombing, just in order to draw the radar and to identify the sites. And I think subsequent waves did do that. Thirdly, I think and there'll be more of that, of course, as we identify more and more radar sites. Finally, I think the targets that we had chosen have been very carefully chosen to be military only and to be well away from any kind of civilian casualty damage. That would be airfields, railroad stations, the communications tower that they keep mentioning, military assembly points, anything of that kind. And they will be very careful to select them so that even if the bomb misses by a short amount, it would not get into civilian damage. But primarily, this was to suppress the defense, the missiles on the radar, and to identify the radar. And I would imagine most of this raid will continue probably well into the morning hours, because with many of the defense points suppressed, the additional planes can go in with far less danger.
Secretary Weinberger, thank you very much for that perspective. Charles Bierbauer is standing by live at the White House, where the president is about to come on in a short time. I'm sorry, I'm hearing that there's another wave of planes coming into Baghdad, and we have 3 fine reporters there. Let's listen.
Dave, thank you. We're back here, and just as Secretary Weinberger was talking to us, we were watching another one of these waves of attack here. The night sky lit up once again, a lot of anti-aircraft fire, and we can hear the sounds of battle outside the window.
And once again, John Holloman, as the planes come in and just shoot across the sky, by the time these anti-aircraft batteries respond, it is too late.
It's interesting what Secretary Weinberger was saying, that what the planes, whoa, that was a bright light, everybody get down, in case there's a blast after. Okay, that was on the east side of our location.
That was definite bombing. That was on the other side of the hotel.
Yeah, look over here, Bernie, off to the west. A lot of bright lights down on the horizon now. It could be anti-aircraft or it could be incoming there.
Yeah. Well, let's let our viewers around the world listen to this exchange for a while.
Okay, Bernie, I'm going to crawl over to the window again with our microphone and just poke it out the window and let you listen to what we were able to hear so clearly here in Baghdad tonight. It's beginning to get quiet again. Peter?
Yes, John, on the other side of the hotel, it's a little noisier. Just 2 minutes ago, there were 3 enormous explosions that one after the other within seconds. I have no idea what the target was, but they shook the hotel on that side. So these bombing raids are continuing now, wave after wave, and the intensity has been maintained. I've noticed that the Iraqis have uncorked new kinds of anti-aircraft weapons. I don't know what they are, but
they appear to be heavier caliber,
they are spurting fire into the sky, heavier caliber. I don't know what they are, but they are more impressive than that used earlier. They're obviously uncorking other extra anti-aircraft defenses as this battle progresses.
Just one comment. Clearly, I've never been there, but this feels like we're in the center of hell.
It's a remarkable experience to be here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and the night sky again lit up with beautiful red and orange tracers and white flashes again as airbursts continue to come, probably from the anti-aircraft guns, from all we can tell. And all around us now we hear explosions, big explosions at great distances away from our location. As Secretary Weinberger was mentioning in his interview just now, Peter, they are not apparently, the Allies, the coalition forces are not targeting civilian targets apparently at all. And all the anti-aircraft fire, and we see more of it to the south right now, going straight up, seems to be very far from the center of town.
Well, right in front of me, John, to I guess the north, I see a series of surface-to-air missiles being fired up. They look like that to me. They're going straight in the sky. Who knows what they're aiming at? They're aimed at the attacking force, but there were about 5 were launched just within seconds of each other.
Yeah, it's kind of boom, 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 boom.
They just went right up there, right into the sky.
Right, and it's we'll have to tell you again, and for our families who are listening to our broadcast now, all of this is happening very far away from where we are. It's nighttime, so everything is brightly illuminated, but you should know that for the present time anyway, we're safe, and all the action is very visible to us, but it's very far away from us. Bernie Shaw.
Oh, I'm just crawling around on the floor. I just checked the other side of the hotel, and it's a repetition of what we're seeing before our very eyes right now. More anti-aircraft fire, what appears to be giant sparklers flashing and then going dark, streams of tracer fire going up.
It's like one of these fireworks that has a bunch of, it says exploding balls on the side of it. They go up in the air one after the other.
And there's no doubt to me that those flashing silver lights are radar suppression devices just to mislead the radar-guided anti-aircraft guns that are shooting at the planes coming by, John.
Peter, let's go over to the other side of the hotel. We have a long extension.
Interrupting the gentleman in Baghdad, we're going now to Charles Jaco in Saudi Arabia. He's in Dhahran. Charles?
Just lost the line.
We hear the sirens and we can see you,
Hello.
Charles.
This is Charles Jaco in Saudi Arabia. Right now, the air raid sirens are going off again. We're being told to clear the area. The last time it was a drill. This time we're not sure if it is a drill or not, but everyone's being told to clear this area and get out of this area, get into the shelter in the basement of
was watching television shortly before 7 o'clock. Officials say there was some
Interrupting the gentleman in Baghdad, we're going now to Charles Jaco in Saudi Arabia. He's in